Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're excited for a fun episode where we asked our three spotlight interviewees, Marissa, Julie, and Cabrina, what they would purchase if they were given a $100 gift card. The answer was kind of shocking because they all said practically the same thing. Um, let's find out what that is.
Balancing building a successful business and being a superstar mom is hard, and yet, in today's digital world, it's more common than ever.
The question becomes, how do we successfully grow a business and children at the same time?
Join us for a candid conversation as we share our insights into marketing and motherhood. I'm Angela Reeder.
And I'm Jessie Valle. Welcome to the Marketing Moms Podcast. All right. So as I said, we interviewed Marissa, Julie, and Cabrina, three of our much valued listeners. And if you want to hear the intros to each one of them, be sure to check out our episode 83, where we first introduced them. But today was a fun question. Today, I'm pulling the part of the interview where we asked them, if you were given a $100 gift card to Amazon, what would you buy for your business specifically? And that was very important because as moms, we all know the moment we get money, we probably want to buy something for our kids. But this was specific. Like, hey, what would you buy for your business? I guess there's really not much to say before we go ahead and hop in. You have anything else to add, Ange?
I love this question, and I love it because every time we ask it, people are like, and I have the same reaction. Jessie asked me earlier if I had, like, what would I, and I was like, I don't have any idea what I would, because like Jessie said, we usually, when we get money, we spend it on our kids or the house or the family. We very rarely spend it on ourselves, much less our business. I know business expenses is always one of those things where you hem and haw and shouldn't I? So the idea of just you have to spend it on the business kind of really threw people off.
So funny. All right. Well, first up, we have Marissa.
So if someone were to give you $100 gift card to Amazon and told you to spend it on something for your business, what would you buy?
Business on Amazon. I think I would buy. It's a really good question and really tough. I like to handwrite things before I type them into a document on Google, for instance. So I think I would invest in a really, really nice set of notebooks and some really nice pens. So we have a set of pens that I bought not that long ago that are really nice to write with. They're really smooth, and it makes writing enjoyable. And I do like to physically write something before I put it into Google Doc or a Word doc or whatever it is, because I just like the movement of writing more than I do just typing. I mean, I like to type too, but I prefer to handwrite things. So I think I would invest in notebooks and pens so that I could have more places to write things out.
I like that.
Yeah. I can get behind that. I love a good
and
pen.
A good notebook. I've got so many blank notebooks.
And a good notebook.
Because you're like, I'm going to put things in this. But then if you put things in that, then it's ruined, and you can't say, I have a blank notebook around here somewhere.
Yeah, my husband says the next time he buys me a nice notebook, he's going to write all over the first page.
That's a good plan, actually.
Write it.
I like that.
Okay. Yes. Notebooks and pens. Makes sense for Marissa. She is a copywriter. She wanted to write out her thoughts on something pretty before putting it in a Google Doc. Made sense. Next up, we hear from Julie, a social media manager.
If someone gave you a $100 gift card to Amazon, what would you spend it on for your business?
Because we know the first thing you're thinking of is, what can I do for my kids?
Yeah.
Let me think. I don't know. I would probably buy some sort of office supplies, something, because I love like planners and pens and all. And that sounds so lame, but
Yes.
I love
No,
that
that
stuff.
would be me too.
I love organizing things. I love it when things have color patterns and all that stuff. So I would probably go that route.
Very cool. Yeah, that would be me too. I love planners and paper and pens.
Yeah, like I love when school season starts up because I love buying school supplies, and my kids are like, oh, seriously, Mom? But I'm like, no, it's so exciting. Look at these awesome pencils.
My favorite movie is You've Got Mail.
Yes.
And they talk about the bouquet of pencils. And
Yes.
it's like, oh, yes.
I love You've Got Mail.
Okay. Interesting. I think we're seeing a pattern.
Yes, just a little bit.
That every time Angela's in the background going, yes!
Yes! So many office supplies. All the office supplies.
All right. Well, before we give all our thoughts away, let's listen from Cabrina and see what she said. She is a 10-year business vet who helps other women in business.
Okay, and now I get to ask the fun question. If you received $100 gift card to Amazon or wherever, what would you buy to help you with your business?
$100 from Amazon? Oh my gosh, I have a whole list saved on Amazon right now. $100 doesn't really. I don't think I have anything.
It doesn't get you very far anymore.
It really doesn't, because I'm like, I have I'm updating my camera system, so I'm getting a Canon with all the lens, and I'm like, $100. It would probably put a nice, they'd package it nice for me, and I could get next day delivery.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you could get the stand that you could put the camera on.
Exactly. And yeah, and stationery. I love stationery. I think that stationery.
I feel like everybody says that. It's like
stationery.
It's the thing that we all have to agree. Stationery is just the best.
It is, and look what I'm using. That
all
I want.
Right. Yeah, I'm so glad it made it to you.
This is my pen. They're like, oh, I'm like, yes. Hand it back. Thank you.
Awesome.
Stationery is that thing that they like to borrow but never return.
Yeah.
Especially when you have kids, it goes missing. So stationery.
All the
time. That's what I would get from Amazon.
Alrighty.
All the office supplies, all the papers and pens.
All the office supplies. So I would say this is definitely the one thing all moms with businesses would buy is office supplies.
Well, and I think it's pretty universal too, no matter what type of business you're running. Like even me, I run a techie business, and I still like to have paper and pen to write things down on and to make notes on and draw out things on. So I think it's one of those things where it's no matter what type of business you're running, paper, pen, stationery, planners are going to be relevant.
And I mean, who doesn't love a good pen and pretty paper?
Right. Yes, exactly.
I was thinking after hearing all of those answers, I was like, okay, so these are all people who, have been in business a while. Marissa, I know, is brand new, but again, I felt like for her, writing things down as a copywriter makes sense. But what if you're not a copywriter? What if you're just a mom trying to get started with a business? Like, what would I buy? What were some of the first things I bought? And I started thinking about it, and I realized some of the first purchases I made, aside from, my laptop, was actually a camera and microphone. Now, most computers these days come with a decent webcam.
Yeah.
When we started in business, I mean, you guys, anyone listening to this knows how fast technology booms. Yes. Even from like 5 years ago. But, 7 years ago when we were starting our businesses, yeah, the webcam was not that great on my laptop.
No.
And I was using a laptop that was already a few years old from college. So I invested in a USB camera. And then also, one thing, I was about to do a lot of tutorial videos. And I wanted a really good quality microphone. So I invested in a good microphone. Like, those are two things. If I were to go back today and I could only pick one, the mic is more important. Hands down.
Yeah. I think partly because of what you said, a lot of the computers now come with a pretty decent webcam, especially the ones that have come out. And if you have one that's like a year or two old, because of all of the everybody all of a sudden on Zoom, I feel like the quality of cameras kind of went up quite a bit. But microphones are still a big thing. And you can even tell I got a new microphone shortly after we started this podcast, and you can tell the difference in the older, like the first couple of episodes and the later episodes after I got the better microphone.
And the best thing about Angela's microphone, $30.
Yes. Anytime somebody asks for a microphone recommendation, that's it, because it is really good quality. It's for the most part pretty easy to use, plug and play. And it's just, and it's not expensive. It didn't cost
affordable.
an arm and a leg.
Yeah. So if we had $100 to give a gift card to Amazon, 30 of it would be spent on the mic. And then, and we'll link to this stuff below. I just use your basic Logitech external webcam. So that's like $60. So there we're at 90 plus tax, you're at 100, done. Yep. So mic and camera, done. Maybe you have a few extra bucks to buy a nice pen.
Yes.
Let's slip that in there.
Pen.
I mean, to be honest, I have so many pens around my room, but I only end up using the ones that I really love using. Some of my favorite pens, random, are the Sharpie pens. So it's Sharpie brand.
Yes, Sharpie pens. Those are so good.
But they're not like markers. They're actual pens. It's a Sharpie pen. A friend of mine one year for Christmas got me like a whole pack of rainbow colored Sharpie pens, and they're amazing.
Yep. I like the Staedtler fine liner, tri-liner. They're triangle shaped.
Oh.
And they're really nice. They feel really nice in your hand. Those are some of my favorites. And they come in all kinds of colors, which is fun too. Yeah. I like to write in a bunch of different colors.
I mean, but it doesn't have to be something specific. Actually, the pen that I have right now on my paper, it's got little stars all over the place. It's pretty and it's fun. And it was like a couple bucks, like a no-name brand, but it's pretty. Mm-hmm. It makes me happy. So this isn't about writing quality. It's about it's pretty.
It's pretty.
I can't even tell you what it is.
Happy.
No idea. It makes me happy. When I'm writing, I'm like, ooh, I get to write with my star-looking pen. And yeah, I can't even remember where I got it. It makes me happy. Okay, so this episode's definitely going to be a little shorter than some of the other ones we've been having lately. But we thought it was a fun idea. I mean, what would you buy if you had $100 gift card to Amazon for your business?
For your business.
Yeah.
Being the key thing.
Yeah. You should let us know on Instagram and tag us at Marketing Moms Podcast. We're super interested in what you would purchase. Until next week, you can head over to marketingmomspodcast.com to sign up for goodies and hearing more from us and all the things to continue the conversation over there. And we'll see you next week. See y'all. Thank you for joining us today. We're so honored this is where you chose to spend your time.
If this episode helped you in some way, please share it with another mom who needs to hear it. We're in this together.
And if you're ready for next steps, free goodies, and more, head over to marketingmomspodcast.com.
We'll see you next week.